how it started.
Right.
Why am I taking food down to the Southmaids?
Right.
Well, he helped build the house, the plumbing,
Morris
which
did,
is, yes, which is still great today. Bobby and Morris, through church. And of course, they're elderly now, so it's hard. Bobby can't see to write, so she must have difficulty in the kitchen. I imagine even reading a recipe is out of reach.
Mm-hmm. So what happened when let's see, I was a year and a half old or so?
Yeah, we went to Plattsburgh to get shoes for you, your baby shoes, and I had my checkup.
And you were pregnant for Jeff.
And I'm pregnant for Jeff, so you had to be not quite a year and a half.
Right.
And I went into the doctor, and he said, we'll see you at the hospital. And I said, oh no. I said, we got to go get shoes for Jay. He said, I don't think you're going to make it. He said, I think you better go to the hospital. So Dad ended up taking you up to Grace's on University Place. And
you said she didn't have any diaper, or you didn't have diapers with you?
No, we didn't expect this to happen, so we didn't have extra diapers or anything like that. Must be she kept you overnight. That must be what happened. This is about the middle of the day. And so nobody was prepared.
but she had 4 boys, so she improvised?
She had 4 boys, so she knew how to take care of a baby boy. That was no problem.
How did she improvise the diapers?
Using small hand towels.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure she had a cachet of pins or whatever. Of course, nothing to it. Nothing faced Grace. Mm-hmm. Nothing faced her. She lived to be 100, by the way.
Yeah.
And, And then when it came time to... Let's see, I stayed in the hospital, of course. And so at some point, Dad brought you home. But he ended up taking you to Bobby Southmaid's, and she took care of you till I got home. Mm-hmm. By that time, I'm sure Dad had given her plenty of diapers and everything else she needed. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. How old are you now, 51?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So Jeffrey turned...
49.
49. Oh my God, a lot of water over the dam.
And you said sometimes Aunt Joan would watch us, or watch me?
Well, see, I had taken the Girl Scouts over from Bobby Southmaid. And so when we have a meeting, as I remember, it's usually on Thursdays, and the girls would gather, sometimes down to church, sometimes the fire hall or whatever. We'd have our meetings, and Aunt Joan would take care of you. Of course, this was before Jeff was born. Yeah.
And Joan and Uncle Bill lived?
Now, Joan and Uncle Bill lived the other side of Grandma's house.
Right.
Aunt Mary lived there after.
Right.
Moved from the big house over to there.
Right.
Yeah. So, and the G's lived beyond that.
Who's that?
The G's, Ed G, and his wife. He was a music teacher at school. And he lived in the what they call that house? Millot House?
Millot House, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, our first dining room furniture we bought from the G's. We talked about it just the other day. It was a table, 6 chairs, and a sideboard. It's good condition. And there was a china cabinet with sliding doors. That's where we got the idea for the sliding doors that we have now. But we can't remember what happened to it. We had it up the house we're in now, and I remember it being in the dining room, but I can't remember where it went, who we gave it to, because I don't think we had the thrift shop then. I don't know.
No, not the Wilmart one, anyways.
No. Ugh, I don't remember like I used to.
Mm-hmm. But you were saying a minute ago we were looking at this picture from 1964.
Yes.
That Ginny Ward and you were both pregnant about the same time.
Yes.
And they lived next door to the store here?
Right, there was a house between the office and the house on the corner. We were on the corner. Harry and Ginny were in the house in the middle. And we were both pregnant at the same time. And when the office burned, August 9th, 64, the Frenias, who lived in the back, was going to send either one or both of us to the hospital. And in fact, I remember taking my silverware and all your baby things and putting them in the station wagon. I was ready to take off because the wind was blowing like crazy that day.
Now, why the silverware?
My silverware that Aunt Nell had given me a piece of every Christmas since we were little kids. Plus, we got warm when we got married. That was very important to me.
And this was the day of the fire?
Yes.
I see.
Yes. So I was protecting all those things that were important. That
Right.
was the silverware and all your baby things.
Right. The baby things for me, and I hadn't been born yet.
Right. Yep.
I was born 14 days later, something like that. On the 25th.
25th. That was the 9th. Yep.
And what's the story about you sitting on the trusses and
I was just thinking about that.
maybe that's started labor or something?
I was just thinking about that because Popeye and Ed were building the trusses for the store.
So Popeye
They'd
Coolidge and
already-
Ed Bedard.
Right. They'd already laid the foundation and so forth. I don't remember anything about walls, but I remember they were pounding. I don't think we had a nailer back then. I think that's finally what got Dad to get a nailer. You know, what do you call it? Pneumatic or what's the word?
Pneumatic, yeah.
Pneumatic nailer. But I can remember the two of them pounding. And I don't know whether it was Ed or I said, Janet, you really shouldn't sit there. You're very pregnant. Yeah, I am pregnant. And no, I don't think it's a good idea. Oh, I'm fine, I'm fine. And that night my water broke. And it broke, and it broke, and it broke. And all I wanted was towels. And your father's in there trying to fill up jugs of hot water. I never figured that out. I don't know who told him we needed lots of hot water. All I
Right.
wanted to do was go to the hospital. Ah, I don't know. That ride to the hospital, I don't remember much about it, but I was so embarrassed. I remember they had me get in the wheelchair. And then when they had me get out of the wheelchair to get into the bed, oh my God, it was awful. It's like Niagara Falls. Oh my God. I didn't know a human being could hold that much water. Oh dear.